Surprise, surprise! Brand new video for Spongebob Month. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. Anyway, guys, welcome to a special bonus frick. Welcome to a special bonus SpongeBob video. Why am I making this? Well, because this is such big news and it's SpongeBob related. Plus, I already had that cover planned for Friday, so yeah, something had to come out first. Anyway, I feel like since we started this year's SpongeBob Month with news similar to this, it only makes sense that we'd end it with this type of news. So, Kamp Koral was supposed to air on Nickelodeon this month. Sometime in July, Kamp Koral would air on Nickelodeon. We never got a release date, by the way. But we knew that by July we would have Kamp Koral to see. That is not going to be the case anymore. Much like the third SpongeBob movie, Kamp Koral will now be released in early 2021 on CBS All Access. Yes, it is now the first Nickelodeon series to be exclusive to CBS All Access. And as I'm recording this, yesterday, CBS All Access just added a crap load of new content, and from they've added a bunch of shows from networks like VH1, BET, MTV, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, of course, and, well, CBS. And among all those shows, like RuPaul's Drag Race, Drawn Together, Aeon Flux, the Loud House, among all of those was SpongeBob. The first 11 seasons are now viewable on CBS All Access. And it's pretty cool. You can pretty much get most of SpongeBob on there. Now, neither of the movies are on there yet. They might add them once Sponge on the Run comes out. But yeah, pretty much Viacom CBS is pretty much trying to take CBS All Access seriously now. But they created CBS All Access in 2015. And since then, the only shows on there that have really gotten some attention were the Star Trek shows and the Twilight Zone reboot. But now, it seems that with Kamp Koral now being an original series for them, and the third SpongeBob movie yet ahead there too, and not to mention they just added so many shows from Viacom's library. They really want to take CBS All Access seriously as a legit competitor in the streaming wars, so it can rise up the ranks of streaming services like Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max and so on. And speaking of Netflix, may I remind you, Nickelodeon is still working deals out with Netflix to make original movies and shows. I'm pretty sure Glitch Text was renewed for another season. If so, then it already came out. And there's already a couple SpongeBob spin-off movies coming to Netflix. And there's even movies based on the Loud House and Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming soon. All to Netflix. Apparently, the Loud House movie will be coming out next year. Much like Sponge on the Run, it was supposed to be in theaters. So, although I didn't really see that many people make a big deal that the Loud House movie switched from theaters to Netflix. I don't know. The thing is that will Nickelodeon still continue to do this Netflix deal while still producing content for CBS All Access? Hard to say. Probably not, though. But then again, Universal's still making DreamWorks shows for Hulu, even though they're also going to be on Peacock. But ever since Disney Plus came out, Disney just refused to license their movies to any other streaming service. They've removed all their content from Netflix so far. Like, just today, they removed Incredibles 2 from Netflix and moved that to Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure the only Disney movies that are on there now are Mary Poppins Returns, Ant-Man the Wasp, and I'm pretty sure Chicken Little, Bolt, and Princess and the Frog are on there for some reason. Weird. Plus, there's a lot of miscellaneous ABC shows like Once Upon a Time, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gallivant, How to Get Away with Murder, some FX shows like some Fox and FX shows like That 70s Show, Glee, and American Horror Story, and of course the Marvel shows that they made for Netflix, like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Punisher, Defenders, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. Will all that stuff make it to Disney Plus? Apparently, the Marvel Netflix shows are TVMA. So, for that reason alone, it's most likely they will not end up on Disney Plus. That and, Netflix and all. I mean, the reason why the Runaways are on both Disney Plus and Hulu because they're both owned by Disney. Disney buys out Netflix. Well, yeah, back to SpongeBob. I really got off track there. So, yeah. Kamp Koral, CBS All Access original, will no longer air on Nickelodeon. So, but hey, if you want to check out the new SpongeBob movie or this new SpongeBob spin-off show, then buy our streaming service. And the question is, will Nickelodeon still continue their Netflix deal? Because they still have a lot of content on Netflix. Although, mostly they're movies and not very well-received modern live-action shows, but they do have a well-received show, Victorious, on there, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. And Legend of Korra will be added pretty soon. Sure, they also have the movie, but let's not talk about that. Let's get it out of there. And they have Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra on CBS All Access, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I guess Nickelodeon might still continue their Netflix deal but we don't know how long this will last. Because Nickelodeon is probably Netflix's last resort at this point, because with Disney removing all their content, Netflix doesn't really have a big marketable brand to promote for their service. And Nickelodeon could be that brand. I mean, they made a couple shows for it. They made a couple movies for it. They're going to make more shows and movies in the future for it. Well, I mostly know about movies coming to Netflix rather than shows. To my knowledge, there aren't really any shows coming, Nickelodeon cartoons or shows coming to Netflix. Maybe there's another. I think a while back I heard a rumor about a SpongeBob spinoff starring Squidward heading to Netflix, but that has never been officially confirmed. I don't think so, but so yeah. What will the future hold for Nickelodeon and Netflix? I don't know. What will the future hold for CBS All Access? Again, I don't know. Their next big show coming out will be yet another Star Trek series. The first animated Star Trek series since the crappy 70s cartoon show. It's Star Trek Lower Decks. Judging by the trailers, Star Trek will become a part of will join the. Hopefully, this will. Looks like Star Trek will join the ranks of. Star Trek will now become a part of the adult animation scene. Maybe also CBS All Access probably really wants to push forward some adult animation because they own South Park, but they lost the streaming rights to Warner Brothers. Like, aside from SpongeBob and Star Trek, South Park probably could have been like one of those big properties to push. Like, hey, this is where you can watch South Park. Right? But no, they lost it to Warner Brothers, where they already got tons of crap, like all the DC movies and shows, and Sesame Street and Doctor Who, and grab all of the Cartoon Network shows, Rick and Morty. Oh God, what else do they get? What else do they have in their repertoire? Warner Brothers owns a lot of stuff, like Harry Potter, Wizard of Oz, the Looney Tunes. I almost forgot about them for some reason. Yeah. And what does Paramount have for CBS All Access? Well, what does Paramount have? We have RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, SpongeBob and Star Trek seem to be the two big properties to push forward. Or South Park could have been a part of that, but they lost it to Warner Brothers. And, well, this seems to be a good chance to push forward the other adult animated series that Viacom owns that aren't South Park, like all the other cartoons from Comedy Central and MTV. In fact, Beavis and Butthead, Daria, and Clone High will actually be getting spin-offs and revivals soon, airing on Comedy Central instead of MTV because nobody watches MTV anymore. I'm surprised that channel still exists. And I don't believe that BET even has any cartoon shows. Weird. Such what the Simpsons addition to music. So, wow, this video went from talking about SpongeBob being on CBS All Access to Nickelodeon and Netflix to Disney and Netflix to CBS All Access's adult animation lineup. We went right off the deep end. Wow. So, final thoughts for Kamp Koral now being a CBS All Access original series. It'll definitely bring in buzz. I will say that. SpongeBob is arguably Paramount's Paramount, Viacom, CBS, whatever, their biggest property by far. And not just SpongeBob and for CBS All Access, including not just SpongeBob, but several different Nickelodeon shows. Because Nickelodeon is probably their Viacom's strongest name brand that they own in terms of companies. Well, Paramount and MTV Paramount might be a close second because it's the big movie studio that releases the films. But in terms of family, Nickelodeon is definitely the strongest name, and including all these Nickelodeon shows on here, great. I mean, they just added Rugrats and Ren and Stimpy and The Loud House and Big Time Rush. I mean, yeah, you can watch Big Time Rush. That's awesome. So, in conclusion, your future seems bright, my yellow friend. Seems bright. But anyway, guys, that is it for SpongeBob Month 2020. And I mean it this time. No bonus surprise videos ever at all recently. If you enjoyed me rambling on about CBS All Access and Nickelodeon and avoiding to talk about SpongeBob as much as freaking possible, then please do yourself a favor and subscribe to get to see more, and to ring the bell to be notified on when I do release videos like this. I don't usually upload on the weekends. This is just a rare exception. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and comment below to let me know what you think of this whole situation with SpongeBob and CBS All Access. Anyway, guys. Yeah, that was SpongeBob Month 2020. I didn't make as many videos for SpongeBob Month 2020 as last year, but that's okay. I still made videos. Got 4 Toon Talks out, 4 covers, 2 plush videos, and several others. Hey, that rhymed. Anyway, guys, next year's SpongeBob Month will be the month Sponge on the Run comes out. Whatever that month will be. It will most likely be March because everything is coming out in March. Expect a lot of videos in March. Like a lot of Disney dudes and Toon Talks and Nerd Alerts. There's going to be a lot of those types of episodes in March. But anyway, that's it. I'm done. And I'll see you later. Bye.